Yo, welcome to Trippy Commentaries. Thanks for joining me here in GTA 5. I'm RJ. Today, the Ill-Gotten Gains update part 2 has been released for Grand Theft Auto 5. And for those of you who've been playing the game for a while, you know that these updates are a very big deal. You get free content, and the update is so large that it'd be very easy for Rockstar to change something with San Andreas. So maybe they've added something in. This is definitely a good day to explore the huge area that GTA 5 has to offer. You never know what they have added. Perhaps a third spiderweb. We'll check for that in this episode. I also wanted to talk about the Cargobob, guys. As you can see, I am towing a porta potty right now, and believe it or not, you can actually tow a lot more with the Cargobob other than vehicles. You can pick up boxes, even little missiles that they have here in Fort Zancudo, you can scoop up. So maybe we are overlooking that. Perhaps we have to pick something up, bring it to another location. Now, people have sent me pictures of them driving around with missiles and different Fort Zancudo boxes. I have yet to try that, and I could imagine when I go down into the military base with the Cargobob, they're gonna blow me up big time. So I guess we'll try it anyways. You do have some boxes right here on the outside, so maybe I can scoop one up and get out of here. Looks like you do have one of those power sheds over in this area as well. In fact, I haven't really explored this little square section of the base. Okay, maybe we can pick up this one on the top. Oh no! It doesn't look like we're going to be picking up anything anytime soon. Let me know if you guys have any ideas of how we can pull that off, as we will be trying to carry some stuff to different locations. See, there's the missiles right there. Like I said, using the Cargobob. 1.21 gigawatts. Interesting area. Ooh, is that a tire? Looks like we have some open crates over here as well. Now, in this episode, I'm going to check out the Altruist Camp for a third spiderweb. I've had a lot of tweets of people kind of looking all over the place. Ooh, here's a, I think this is a generator as well. That's something else we can possibly scoop up with the Cargobob. Maybe we need that. But we'll try that in an upcoming episode. We're going to head to the Altruist Camp, see if we can find a third spiderweb, maybe even a fourth spiderweb. People have linked up the spiderwebs to wooden structures. We know the Altruist Camp is filled with wood, so I think that would be an extremely likely location to find that spiderweb. We have 2 so far. I really have a distinct feeling that we're going to find another one. Hopefully we can do it live on this episode, or hopefully you guys can find it. If you do, let us know ASAP. I'll meet you guys over at the Altruist Camp. Hopefully we can make a discovery. Alright, it is 1 o'clock. Let's go ahead and begin the search. There's certainly going to be a lot of room to cover. We have a flashlight ready to go, and let's check around the camp here. Now, the first web was located underneath the Chiliad mystery mural on an overhang. The second web was located underneath a bridge. I have been checking a lot of the locations on Mount Chiliad, and by the way, the Altruist Camp is on the edge of Mount Chiliad, so it still does count. Interesting rock right there. But I've checked in the wood factory. There's another huge suspension bridge on the other side of the mountain. I checked both of those locations between 1 and 2 and have yet to find another web. We found 2 completely different webs so far. You think that there's going to be more. Hopefully we can find one here at the camp. This seems like an obvious location for one on the windmill. Doesn't seem to be the case though. Now, the first web and the second web looked completely different, so we're not sure the size or shape of this thing. Oh, is there one on the water tower? You do see some wiring going up, but the wiring appears to be grayish. The spider web is thick black, and it kind of glistens. Nothing here. Man, we're probably going to have to load this up a few times just to make sure we cover everything. Now, I am recording this live as usual, guys, so definitely make sure to double check yourselves, and if you see anything that maybe I walked by, make sure to point it out in the comments section. Okay, nothing so far. How much time do we have? Only 10 more seconds. Alright guys, so we're going to have to reload this thing. We'll check this one last water tower. doesn't seem to be here at all. I'm really hoping that if we do find a web, it is giant. It could very well be tiny, but it'd be pretty sick if it was a giant web that we couldn't miss. Alright guys, I'll reload it. Alright, let's continue the search. Little 360 action just to make sure the web will actually spawn in if it's somewhere close by. You can see the new weapons and everything are loading up here on my file as well. I'll have to check those out. Got a little guardhouse here. No spiderweb. A lot of room underneath this house. Ooh, a wheelbarrow over there. It's kind of cool. One last house here to check. Man, that kind of messed with me for a second. These branches almost look like a web. I was like, have we made a discovery? No. It would be cool if there was one between these two water towers. That'd be a nice location. And I also want to point out, guys, this is going on the theory that all of the webs will appear between 1 and 2, because that's when the other ones do appear. Man, there's another cool location for a web. So, you know, there's definitely a chance that maybe the webs spawn at different times in different locations. So, if that's the situation, then it's definitely going to be a lot harder to find them all. Some boxes under here. Ooh, you can hear that owl again. That's pretty cool. I don't think I've ever heard that before. I wish they did add owls into the game. That's definitely one animal that should have been part of, you know, of course, all the wildlife found in San Andreas. I think of owls in California together. Alright. Are we going to be able to make it up in time? Why are you going so slow up the stairs, Trevor? Jeez. 10 seconds. Doesn't look like we're going to make it, so I'll reload it for you guys. Let's do one quick look with the scope. Is there a web underneath? I don't see it. Interesting. Alright guys, I'll meet you up at the top. Let's do it. Before we check the sheds up there, there is a bridge right outside the Altruist Camp, so let's check this thing out. Another prime location for a spider web. Still nothing. Alright. The final location we're going to check here at the Altruist Camp is the power sheds. Do a little explosion for the hell of it, so why not? Okay, you'd think that it would definitely be underneath it. Oh, Trevor. Stop falling down. Trevor's definitely not the best for mountain climbing. I don't know if any of the characters are any good at mountain climbing. Hopefully if they add a new DLC character, maybe it's Dom or somebody like that. Even though Dom's dead, I guess it could be a prequel. The Dominator. Anything in here? No. Looks like it was just wiring that we saw earlier. Climb up. What is wrong with you, Trev? Okay, we have another power station up here. 1.21 gigawatts. Well, guys, perhaps there is no third spider web. I hate to say it, but as of right now, I've looked in all of the key locations in Mount Chiliad. It's either that or maybe the third web is not on Mount Chiliad at all. Perhaps it's somewhere else around San Andreas. Very, very crazy, guys. I really feel like there's got to be more. It would be so weird that there's only 2 and we just found the second one recently. I can't wait to find this third web, and I can't wait to see what it looks like. If there's only 2, then it would really throw me off to why they even put those things in the game in the first place. I mean, was there originally plans for a giant spider? I guess maybe. You never know with Rockstar. Maybe it is a clue of an upcoming DLC. Maybe a giant spider attack. We've speculated aliens and zombies. Maybe a giant insect attack. I mean, that would be cool. I don't think any of us would complain about that one. Well, once again, guys, make sure to do some exploring between 1 and 2 yourselves. Let me know if you can find the third web. That would be a crazy discovery, and I expect it very, very soon. There's one last thing I wanted to show off in this episode. We've been looking at the Galileo Observatory as a possible link to the spider webs, but if you look at the real life version, the Griffith Observatory, the door is exactly the same. So there's a chance that they're not really symbolizing webs on the door. They're just trying to make it a perfect recreation. I still think that it might link up to the webs, but I definitely wanted to show that off for you guys. Thank you guys for joining up for the episode. I really appreciate all of your ideas and help. Make sure to stay tuned. We have some huge plans. We're going to show off some crazy stuff here in San Andreas. As always, my friends, stay trippy.